welcome everyone to the XR News Innovation Spotlight Edition. Educators in VR produces this, the XR News, and we've done so since 2018, and we are still here bringing you the latest news from across the metaverse. And we've started recently a special edition programs are added to a regular XR News. So on the first Wednesday of the month, we have the amazing Rachel D is here with the XR News Med Health edition. Yay! And she's with us here today in the back row. We love that. And then we have two sessions on the second and the fourth Wednesdays of the month here in Engage XR. We have our regular news show with special guests, and we have some really exciting people that are coming up, so stay tuned for news on that. And on today, on the third Wednesday of the month, we have the amazing Chris Madsen, Maxwell McGee, and Dr. Tom Furness. And I'd like to introduce you all to get us started. We'll get out of the way with the amazing Maxwell McGee. Go! Yay! Woo!
Oh my goodness, I didn't see you there. I didn't see you there. How is everybody? Great to see you all. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction, Laurel. That was fantastic. How is everybody doing today? Look at this crowd. Look at this. How many people we have in here right now?
Lots.
This is fantastic.
Lots of people.
Lots of people. This is fantastic. Well, I do have some news, some good news that I wanted to start the show off with. And then when Tom gets here, I also want him to discuss his highlights from AWE, as Tom was able to attend the Augmented World Expo last week, which was so much fun, and I was not able to make it. And the reason I was not able to make it is because I was prepping to travel here. So, as you see right here, should be able to see this on the screen. I don't know, raise of hands, has anybody ever been to the Grand Teton National Park? Raise of hands, it seems like, no, not too many people, not too many people. Okay, one or two, we've got one or two who have been to the Grand Teton National Park. Now, the views here are absolutely stunning. Let's take a look at this right here. So this is a great photo, an example of the Grand Tetons. There are these massive mountains that were originally created due to tectonic plates hitting each other and smashing together and then creating these massive landscapes. And a fun fact about this national park is that I was actually engaged here. So I was engaged. Now I don't mean the show Engaged that I hosted for a number of years here at Engage itself. I mean engaged in the traditional sense, as in I got down on one knee, which I can't do that in Engage right here. Here, let me actually just sit down real quick. All right, just imagine this. One knee is behind me though. All right, we're gonna use our imagination here. And I looked up to this beautiful woman. And it's okay, I knew her. I looked up to this beautiful woman. She wasn't a stranger. And I asked her if she would marry me. And next week, next Tuesday, I'm going back to the Grand Teton National Park because it is my wedding. I am getting married next Tuesday, less than a week from today. In the Grand Teton National Park. And I am very excited about it. We are thrilled and nervous and having continuous panic attacks because we have to get her dress on the plane. We have to get my suit on the plane. We have to do this whole thing. We have to prep. There's going to be a photographer there. We are eloping without actually eloping. We're eloping, but we're telling everybody. And the wedding is also going to be live streamed to all of our closest friends and family in order to watch. So I will have plenty in the next show, which is going to be next month, next July, I believe, the third Wednesday of July. I am going to be presenting a number of pictures and videos and just cool stuff from the wedding in the mountains. So that's why I was unable to attend the Augmented World Expo this year, is because just had too much prep to do. Although I am so grateful to see all of my good friends in the XR industry who did get to experience that and did get to go to AWE and have a great time, because I heard this one was massive. I heard this one was actually the biggest, most well-attended one that they have ever had. And last year, I believe it was almost 6,000 folks that were there anyway. So that's really wonderful, wonderful news. Now, what I wanted to do today, I had a little bit of a surprise, is I wanted to have a personal touch with both myself, but also you all. So we are going to be doing 2 different scavenger hunts. All right. So once again, today we're going to be doing 2 different scavenger hunts. And I don't believe, Tom, I do want to do a quick check. I don't believe he is here just yet. No,
Nope, we're looking for him. We're checking on him
Okay.
and checking in.
Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you. So once again, we're going to be doing 2 different scavenger hunts today. A scavenger hunt so that you can learn a little bit more about me as your host, and a second scavenger hunt so I can learn a little bit more about you all. All right, so we're going to be utilizing pictures and shareable 3D models so that we can go ahead and do that. All right. So before that, I do want to just let everybody know that we are going to be switching locations. So Lance Dorrell, if that is okay with you guys, I would like to switch locations to somewhere a little bit bigger and a little bit more spacious for everybody. All right. So here is what we're going to do. We're going to go to the Engage Studio Island, which is very, very large and plenty of space so that we can hide as many 3D models and different things as possible to see what's possible and see how much stuff that we can actually put in a particular area. All right, so let's go for it. Once again, I'm going to learn more about you and you're going to learn more about me. Engage Studio Island in 3, 2, and 1. All right. Looks like everybody is showing up and appearing and populating.
All right.
Welcome, everybody. Looks like almost everybody is here so far. This is wonderful. Okay. All right. Let me give a quick check. I believe might just be waiting on one more person, but that's okay. I can get started with this. So for today's XR Innovation News Spotlight, we are going to determine and push the limits of Engage, as we're going to do with every show, and determine and push the limits of these MetaQuest headsets, again, as we're going to do with every show. What I want everyone to do, well, let's start off with just kind of creating some 3D models, all right? Now, for all those that are unfamiliar, especially those who want to participate in the activity, and it's not a requirement to participate in the activity, it's just something fun. It's something fun that you get to do, and it's a great opportunity to also learn a little bit more about creation in the Engage platform. So we have this huge environment, as you see, all right? The objective for this scavenger hunt is anybody who creates a 3D model, anybody who creates something, we want to make sure that everyone who is doing the scavenger hunting, which if you create a 3D model, you can also do some scavenger hunting, you take a picture of that particular object, all right? So once you load up your tablet, or if you are on a PC, that would just be your menu, okay? So I'm going to be using tablet as I am on my headset. You are going to go to the right-hand side, and you are going to go to the little camera icon. All right, with the little camera icon, you have the ability to actually take a picture of whatever's in front of you, or you can take a selfie. So I'm going to take a picture of you guys here on my left, your right. I am going to copy this over, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my files, and I am actually going to load that up. So let me go here. Let me go to my images and my camera. And here we go. And let me load it up. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by this. All right. And it is officially loaded. All right. that should look relatively familiar to all of you folks. Wonderful. So let me now show an example of what I mean by the scavenger hunt. I am going to bring up an object that is going to be different from the one I'll use during the actual scavenger hunt, okay? Something that is very personal. Now, this is personal for two reasons. Number one, it's almost always on the first page of the menu. It is also known as the big great white shark. All right, as you see, we have our large shark. Well, actually, not large. Let me make this a little bit larger, a little bit scarier. Okay, and now it is swimming amongst us, looking for its prey. It will not eat any of you, I promise. I control this shark, and I can also make it much less threatening and very, very tiny, like so, and actually put my hand in it like this. So this is my shark friend. Now, the reason I chose this 3D model for the scavenger hunt is because my fiance has a shark tattoo. All right, so she has a shark tattoo. She loves sharks to the point where her first ever virtual reality experience was in the Oculus Go headset. Raise your hand if you ever got a chance to try the Oculus Go back in the day. All right, Oculus Go's were, excuse my pun, gone during the early stages of the pandemic in 2020, and I'm sure we can all guess why, right? It was awesome. It was great. It was a chance to escape for a little bit. In fact, my first Educators in VR event, which hosted both Tom Furness and Daniel Dabowski Bryant, rest in peace, was in an Oculus Go headset. Of course, that's the perspective that I was coming from, as I was in an Oculus Go headset. So that was very exciting. And the first experience ever that we did in that Oculus Go headset, me and my fiance, was a shark going into a tank and having a shark kind of float around and scare us. All right. And even though it was low resolution, which to me, low resolution, you know, I'm in media, low resolution, I look at and I'm like, you know, I'm not too happy about this, but her, she did not care. She's not in media. She saw a low-resolution 3D video at like 720p, and she was ecstatic. She was so excited about it. And it was one of the first opportunities I got to see another person that I love in a headset, as I had been in headsets for many years before that, all the way back to the original tethered headsets, DK1. So that's the big thing, is that seeing my loved one inside a headset was very, very special. So here's what we're going to do. I have my own personal 3D model that is very exciting to me and very personal. And what I'm going to do is I am going to hide it. Okay, so I'm going to come over here now. I'm going to make it very obvious where I'm hiding it. You're all going to be able to see. I'm just going to come over here to the left side of the rafters that we've got over here, and I'm going to hide this little 3D model. I still want to make it semi-obvious, all right? And I'm going to take a picture of the 3D model like so, and I'm going to save it, and I am going to load it up for you all to see, all right? Oops. And let me go to my files real quick. And where do we go? Oops, my picture did not save. 1 second, save. Here we go. And there we go. Okay. Sorry about that little delay. I'm going to come over here and show you what that picture looks like. All right. So I'm going to go back to my files. And here we go. Load that up. And as you can see right here, we have the picture of the shark. All right. The objective is relatively simple. I'm going to hide a 3D model myself. I'm going to make it different from the shark. And I would love it if anybody who's going to create a 3D model, if you could actually come over on this side of the rafters. All right. So this side right here, if you could actually come over to this side, that would be great. Anybody who's going to create a 3D model within this environment. And it seems like almost everybody who wants to contribute and create something.
So you're going to tell them how to bring in a model?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. So I want everybody to gather first, and then we are going to start kind of creating some models together. All right. Now, the big thing is this first set is just for practice. So don't bring in a 3D model that you're actually intending on using. Again, a 3D model is something that means something personally to you. So, for example, the 3D models, there's tons of examples. There's the teapot, there's construction equipment, there's clocks, there's animals, there's tons and tons of 3D models that you can utilize. Again, something that means something to you, okay? So I taught you how to take a picture. Now let's go here. All right. Oh, it seems like, Rachel, we've already got a little turtle. All right. Very wonderful. And what's great about this turtle is it's actually flapping its, I guess it's fins. I don't actually know if that's called, is it fins? I believe so. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, all right, cool. So we've got fins of the turtle that are going nice and steady. All right, we've got the mere teapot, which is an actual photogrammetry scan. We've got a chicken. All right, seems like a lot of us are already kind of familiar with loading up a 3D model. So what I'm going to do is, once again, I'm going to show you. So if I were to bring up my menu, there's going to be a button at the bottom, okay? And at the bottom, we're going to look for the 3 boxes. There's going to be 2 boxes on the bottom, 1 on the top. That's what the symbol is going to look like. 3 cubes stacked on top of each other, okay? Once you click on that, you will be able to go through the list of 3D models, and you can either use the search engine. The search engine, admittedly, and Engage is, it's okay. So sometimes you have to be either way too specific or a little bit too vague in order to find something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the first cool thing that I see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep going through here. I see a lot of dinosaurs. Actually, let me go with the T-Rex bones in full. All right, so I'm going to click on this. So you would use either your mouse to click on it or your right controller to click on it. Oop, that is way too big. And I actually just made that smaller by making sure that I was clicked on it and using my right thumbstick, okay? Right thumbstick, right to enlarge, and left to make smaller. And it looks like almost everybody in the audience that we have today is on a headset anyway, so I am going to stick with a headset lingo in that case. But if there's anybody who is on a PC and I am mistaken, please let me know, because we can go over the PC directions as well. Oh, look at that. Nice picture of Tom.
We're half and half. The audience is half and half.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, perfect. So with this that we are doing with these 3D models, right, you can utilize your mouse. You would utilize your mouse in order to make something smaller or larger. And in the headset, you would utilize your right thumbstick, right to go large, left to go small. Now, all our 3D models should be small when we are hiding them. All right, so I'm going to make mine as small as it can go. So here we go. I've got my T-Rex bones, all right? And when I want to place it, all I have to do is move it around. I'm going to move it on stage here, and then press my right trigger. Should be your left click on PC, and then it will stay there. Now there's going to be a little bubble around the 3D model. And if you ever want to pick it up, once again, all you got to do is point either your mouse or your controller in your headset and click on that bubble. And then you will grab that particular 3D model. Okay? All right.
Can you mention the gizmo too, please? Because that makes it easier for 2D. Yay.
So with the gizmo, when you see that bubble, there's going to be another bubble, a second one with 3 little dots. Click on the 3 little dots, and you're going to see Gizmo, Clone, Share, Lock, and Delete. Click on Gizmo, and it's going to give you an entirely new menu. You have the 3 different options, which should be right in the middle. If you click on that middle button, it should be Rotate, Scale, and Translate. All right? Translate is just to move it left, right, up, down. Very simple. Okay? With rotate, I can actually rotate the 3D model so that the head is pointing towards the sky. And then I can also turn the 3D model so the skeleton the skeleton's foot is actually facing the audience itself, like so. And then finally, we also have scale. Scale is going to allow me to either enlarge or shrink my 3D model depending on my purpose and what I am doing. All right, so enlarge and shrink, like so. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on this, and if you're in a headset, neat little trick, if you are clicked on your 3D model like I am doing right now, I'm going to use my left trigger, right, where my pointer finger is. I'm going to hold down on that, and as I move my left controller, I can actually turn this around, this 3D model around in 360 degrees, like so. And that's what I was doing with the shark earlier to create that little swimming animation. All right. Laurel, I think that just about covers it when it comes to creating the 3D models. Has everybody raised your hand?
So whoever's struggling with the airplane, yeah, lift it up and make it small. Whoever's handling the airplane. Yeah, you can do it. All right. Is any questions about it? Everybody got this figured out? I'm seeing some nodding. I'm seeing a little bit of struggling.
I got most of it, but my son was crying. I had to go tend to him while I was trying to do it, but I got most of it.
Okay, good.
Okay.
All right.
Good, awesome.
Okay, so again, the rules are they're going to, number one step is?
Yes. So here are the rules for this scavenger hunt. I'm going to give everybody, let's say, I would say no more than 5 to 8 minutes to go and hide your 3D model, whether it be behind a tree, on a chair, underneath a chair, behind something. Make sure that it is hidden and just enough so that we really have to put in a little bit of work in order to find your particular 3D model, okay? So that is going to be the first step, and then we'll all gather back here, and I will introduce the next step.
Okay.
Sound good?
Do we need to make sure that they mark them as shared?
No, they do not have to be shared.
Just want to make sure. All right.
Yep.
So are you ready to start the timer? Lance, is our timer? You got your timer ready? No, I have mine here. How many minutes do you want to go?
Let's do 8 minutes just to give everybody plenty of time.
8 minutes. All right. Ready? Go. 8 minutes.
All right.
Go. And we're going to change
go.
the audio
All right.
so that if you need to talk to somebody, it will be lower down. All right.
All right.
Airplane.
All right. Can I play some
job.
music? Maybe some lo-fi beats or anything like that? Or
If
I know
it's
we're
up to
doing a
you.
recording of it, so make sure that it's
it's-
royalty-free.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Let me do some lo-fi beats. Just to kind of relax everybody. Get those creative juices flowing with a little bit of music. Oh, let me turn that down. Beautiful.
Yay.
All right. And I'm on 3D Voice 2?
Yep, you should be.
Perfect.
Double check. Yay.
All right.
Somebody should be hiding something in a tree.
Me too. A really hard place to find, but I'm not gonna make it too hard.
Yeah, did you take a photo of it?
No, do we need to take a photo of it?
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we have 2 minutes.
All right. 2
Maxwell,
minutes.
you did a great presentation so far.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Okay, so it looks like everybody is still relatively. Oh, everybody is. I just needed to turn around. That's on me. That's my bad. So everybody who is not here at the stands, totally okay if you're not, because as long as you can hear me, that's the most important piece. All right. what I'm going to do is my objective, as well as everybody's objective right now, is you are going to bring up your camera and you are going to try and scavenger hunt for every single 3D model. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a picture of your 3D model and put it here, all right? Put it here in this area. And then in about 10 minutes, everybody's going to have an opportunity to quickly just write something on that 3D model that they had created, as in, what does it mean to you? So for example, my 3D model, I put somewhere around here, and I can explain it in just 5 words or less, just 5 very easy words of why I chose that particular 3D model, or what it means to me, all right? So the objective is going to be, who can find every piece, all right? Now, whoever can find every piece, you are going to be the winner. And if someone doesn't find your piece, it's totally okay, all right? Don't feel bad. It just means you're really, really good at hiding your 3D model. Maybe a little bit too good, all right? So let's calm down with that. So if nobody finds your 3D model, again, it's totally okay. It just means that you did your job and you did it really, really well, all right? So once again, we want everybody to take up their pictures and grab photos of any 3D models that you find. I'm going to be doing the exact same, except I will be coming back here and loading up all the pictures I found for an opportunity for all of our artistes, our artists, to write on their pieces of why they chose that particular 3D model. Again, you learn a little bit about me and I learn a little bit about you, and that's what I love about virtual reality. That's why I made today's theme about putting all these 3D models, a scavenger hunt of the heart, because of the wedding happening next Tuesday. I felt it was very fitting, all right? And of course, I also want to dedicate this episode of the XR News Show to my fiance, soon-to-be wife, Molly. Molly, I love you so much. Obviously, I'm marrying you. It would be weird if I loved you and if I was marrying you and I didn't even like you. I love you and I like you. And that is a forever promise. All right. Okay, everybody understand what our objective is for this scavenger hunt?
Yes.
Beautiful. All right.
Go take
You can
pictures.
go off. Let's do for a timer, just because we're running up a little bit on time. Let's do another 8 minutes. All right. So Lance Rel, 8 minutes, if that works for you guys.
All right, let's do it.
Yay!
So
Make it quick, because we're running out of time.
Yes.
Move quick.
Yes. Move quick. Be efficient.
I have a feeling there's something up here I haven't seen yet. Wonder if you could. No, it's okay, so you can't.
Okay, it's been 8 minutes.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
I'm in
Here.
love with this.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, this is
Okay.
so stinky cool.
1, 2,
Oh.
3, 4.
Really.
1, 2, 3. All right, everybody, just loading up. all my findings. I don't know how to bring up the photos. All right. I believe I found 7. So I was able to find 7.
Wow,
Actually, no, that's not true. One of these is mine. So 6. I lied.
Well, I was able to find 8 so far. Out of all these that you have right here, the only one I didn't find was this one over here.
The
photo.
one of Tom. This was such a clever hiding spot.
Out of the photos
I found that.
Beautiful. All right, so the photos I have so far. So feel free also if you don't see yours here to bring up a photo of your own if you so wish. But in the meantime, feel free to kind of write a couple word description of why you chose this 3D model. So for mine, I don't know how to bring up Beyonce loves.
How do you bring in
the pen?
Karen,
Yes,
what is this?
Karen.
Which one is this? This
Okay,
photo.
so I didn't save the other 2 to the cloud. I saved them to my device, but I don't think they saved on my device because it's full. So
How do you bring out the pen?
this doesn't even have anything to do with an object, but but at
that's
least
why
I
I
have one
asked, that's all.
picture.
Anybody know how to bring out the pen?
Yes, just turn your left wrist towards you, and you should see 3D. If that's
really
activated right now.
Thank you.
You got it.
Do we take a picture of what we found? You said.
Yes.
Okay.
if it's not already up there?
Absolutely.
Let me double check.
Lance
This is just
can
like
take
a
a picture
world
of her.
tour, it's like usual.
Lance is going to take a picture of all of us. Get us all in. Yay!
Yay!
All right.
We're
Tell
gonna
us
do
I
when,
wish I had a
Lance.
whole body.
All right, in 3,
Yay!
2,
Yay!
Yay!
All right.
You
Nicely done.
fly across the room.
All right. Well,
Did you
this
take
was a
enough? Hold
blast.
on.
Thank you so
Lance,
much,
Did
everybody.
you get enough pictures?
I didn't get to write
Yeah.
about
Okay,
my
hopefully he
horse.
did. Okay. All right. So I want to thank Maxwell, get up here. Yay. I want to thank you, Maxwell. This was too much fun. Thank you so much.
Very fun. This was a blast.
And everyone, thank you so much for playing with us, because this is really a wonderful and novel way to really stretch your imagination and see what's possible here. So thank you, everyone, for joining in on this adventure. And you and Tom and Chris will all be back next month in July.
That's right.
I'm not even ask what you're going to do, because I know you're going to blow our minds again. I have absolutely no doubt.
It's going to be a surprise every time.
It will be. It will be. And I want to, and Rachel, get ready. I'm going to call on you in a second, but I want to remind everyone that next week, next Wednesday, we will be back here and engage with the XR News, and it will be giving you the news from across the metaverse with our special guests. I am so excited. You know these people well, Maxwell and Rachel. Diane McClellan, who is the co-founder and director of Girls STEAM Institute and the new director of Girls STEAM Institute, Dr. Angelina Reinhardt. You all know her as the VR lady, Angelina Dayton. It's now Reinhardt. She is going to be here. She is a rock star. She has done, I don't know, it's like 80,000 or 100,000 VR deployments to schools all over the country. And they're going to be talking about the October Girls STEAM Institute is doing once again, we're doing the Global Business Challenge, where we are bringing teams of girls between 13 and 26 years old. If we've expanded the age range, so if you know some girls that are in high school and college and they want to participate in really an entrepreneur and leadership program with other girls from around the world. We have the girls from Kenya, they're going to be here with Africa VR. We have some whole schools that are participating from Texas and Oklahoma, and I've lost track of where all different groups and things are coming. And they're going to be working on a hackathon startup. There's a skull just. Okay. It is a startup weekend hackathon to develop a mobile app or an immersive application dealing with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals with mental health, a real world solution for mental health. And we're really, really, really excited about that. So they're going to be here next week to be interviewed and talk about that as well as the rest of the news. And then Rachel, who's your guest for the first Wednesday of July?
Her last name is escaping my mind.
Harrington.
It's Dr. There we go.
Jane
Dr.
Harrington.
Jane Harrington. She's going to be coming. She's going to be highlighting her app that she made to help children learn about microbiology. And it is amazing. She was just at awe. So she'll talk about that experience as well. And yeah, everything I've seen, I've talked with her. She's a digital nomad just like myself. And she's actually getting into a camper this year and traveling around the United States and
done that.
and taking getting kids into the app. And she's going from like location to location. I'm trying to get her with the Clubhouse network as well. And so yeah, it's a whole bunch of things to talk about and
Really
it's super
exciting.
interesting. I hope you guys come.
Dr. Jane Harrington of Med Micromaps. And it's not just for youth. This program is designed for others to really help understand microbiology in VR. So very, very exciting stuff. All right, Maxwell, you want to close this out with take us out, my friend. And congratulations. And we can't wait to hear all the news. You're muted right now. You're muted.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maxwell.
All right.
Congratulations.
Thank you, everybody, for coming to the XR
Congratulations,
Innovation
Maxwell.
News Spotlight. This
Congratulations.
was so much fun. Thank you for all the well wishes and congratulations. I am heading to the Grand Tetons this Saturday, and the next time you all see me, I will be a happily thrilled married man from the mountains. Not from the mountains. I mean, I'm from New Hampshire, so that's kind of but
Next up is the kid.
yes, that's right. We already have our hands full with a dog. We'll slow down.
You know about that.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody, so much. And we will see you next time.
Thank you.
Yay! And on the Educators of VR YouTube channel. Thanks, everyone. All right.
Thank you.
Yay! Oh,
Yay.
stand
Thank
some
you.
trees. Stand some trees. Do your thing.
We did a thing!
Awesome.
All right. Thank you to all of our team, to Rich, our